Yo folks, and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about upcoming gacha for the month of December, the month formerly known for speculation and game award winners. Let's jump right into this. First things being is Zlong Games Archeland releasing South KR December 7th. I think this is going to be one of the best tactical RPGs coming to us. And while it is going to be in KR specifically, maybe we'll get a stealth release for the month of December if it does really well. I think it definitely has the potential, especially since it looks so good. There's voice acting, high quality graphics, and just everything I want from a tactical RPG. I think this is definitely something to look out for the month of December, and hopefully it's not VPN gated so everyone can play as well. Next up, there's going to be Towa Tsugai is going to be getting a pre-test December 13th. Now, as far as this goes, it's going to be a Yuri game. I'm going to be interested whether it's going to be an RPG or whatnot, or if it's going to be a sim style. We'll see how it goes once there's more information after December 13th. Then there's also going to be Legend of Kabalah December 14th. The only thing that has me interested with this is the waifus that we can collect over here. And the reason for that is because there's going to be diversity. Not to mention there's going to be some Genshin Impact style gameplay, which is a little bit different from what I was expecting. So I'm waiting at bated breath whether this is going to be a good one or not. And then we have Tokyo Revengers. December 5th, 2022 is the release dates for this one. And it's going to be your Candy Crush style Tokyo Revengers. So if you've liked that sort of format when it comes to games like this, not exactly going to be a pure-on gacha, but it's going to be a cool, puzzler in case you're interested in that one. Then we have Higan Eruthyll. It's going to be out December 1st. Right now, December 4th. It's going to be Singapore and Malaysia. If you got in, that's really cool. You had to do like VPN shenanigans in order to get to the betas, which was going to be in English, which I found interesting. Overall, this is going to be something hype for in case you were able to play it on December. And then we have Eversoul. Now, this isn't guaranteed for 2022. It's guaranteed for 2023 on January, apparently. So that is really cool. This reminds me of something like a cross between like Princess Connect and something with like a 3D RPG graphical style. So I really love the waifus. I love the presentation. I love how it's going to be in EN Global. Hopefully that means no regions are locked. I'm just really interested in this one because the waifus look really good, but maybe not for everyone because of the auto RPG Princess Connect style gameplay. Next up, we have Limbus Company. It is going to be delayed to February 2023. Just note, it was supposed to be releasing in December. There was a couple hiccups with the UIs and the phone informations and how they wanted to get that all right. So they delayed it in order to make sure the release was actually good. I'm really looking forward to this one once it releases a little bit later. Next up, we're going to be speculative dates for global games. So hopefully these release. First things is going to be Zold out. So it's going to be a cross between like Alchemist Code and not to mention a deck builder RPG. I think it's kind of interesting because it has like different mechanics it's playing on, not to mention it's combining a couple of things. So I'm curious how this one will go at the end. I think it's going to be a fantastic game just because it's playing a little bit different compared to the other gachas on the market. Then we have the Brown Dust 2. The only thing I have to say with this one is that hopefully it doesn't do the things where it releases like a bunch of OP characters down the line. This definitely seems a lot more story driven. This makes more sense if it was like Brown Dust Story because of the way it's top down featured and just like the art style and like the way everything's presented. We'll see how it goes though because the gameplay looks fairly different. And I think this is going to be more of like your traditional RPG, like the way Another Eden and those type of games are flowing. Next up, we have the Harry Potter Magic Awakened. I don't think this is going to be releasing in December, but I think this is going to be sometime in January or February. But who knows, maybe it'll stealth release. It's been a game that's been on my radar, and I think it's going to be really good once it does release and sweep people off their feet. And then we have Idoli Pride by Boltron. The only thing I have to say is this might be shut down. It looks like a cool like idol style dating sim sort of game. This would be RPG mechanics. And yeah, hopefully it's good and it doesn't get botched. Okay. Next is Angel Fantasia, the idol RPG. Probably playing on like, the ReFantasia's success. I believe that was a game, if not, correct me down in the comments. Just a cool little idol waifu game because, we need those within the videos, right? And then we have the Division Resurgence. I know this is not a gacha, but this is probably going to be getting a playtest. And I know a couple people are looking forward to it because it has a Division IP on it. And then we have Starseed Asnia by Bilibili. This was in early access. I think this might get a global release, maybe in December, mostly because it had like, you know, the gameplay tests and everything looked really good. It seemed to be like a cross between Artery Gear Fusion and Girl Cafe Gun. So I think it's going to be really cool if it somehow releases for the month of December. Those are my speculations, all right? Next up, we'll go into like some fun titles that I just want to check in on. First up is going to be 7 Deadly Sins. It had, you know, the new trailers from the G-Star. There were so many new announcements from the G-Star event. And honestly, 7 Deadly Sins never looked better with the announcements. And I can't wait to play it in 2022. Like, it has to be, or 2023, my bad. If it releases in December somehow, I think that is just like non-existent, but I'm all about it if it can. Next up is Black Clover, definitely confirmed for 2023. Right now, there is going to be CBTs occurring, so if you got in and you're playing right now, let me know in the comments if you love it. I think Shiny S is going to be a good resource for, you know, opinions, because he always covers like the mainline, you know, anime style gacha games. Definitely seem to be spot on, non-biased whatsoever, and purely honest. I'm really looking forward to this one because I want a turn-based RPG with this graphical style, with this fidelity, with this honesty, because Vic Game Studios seems to be doing it right. Unfortunately, I've been hearing a lot of grumblings on the monetization for this one, so hopefully it gets fixed by the time it comes out in global officially. Next up is going to be Jujutsu Kaisen. It does have its sights, you know, delayed to 2023. It was supposed to be 2022. I was looking forward to it. Hopefully they fix a bunch of like the UI stuff, because I feel like that was a little ugly just for, you know, a good IP like this. I don't want to be an IP cash grab at the end of the day. I think Jujutsu Kaisen deserves better than that, but we'll see once it comes 2023. Then we also have Wuthering Waves. I really love this title. I hope it does release in 2023 for sure. It's going to be the open world RPG that Kuro Games has been working on. I know they're diligent. They want to make sure all the releases and, you know, the bolts and whistles are all good for that one. So we'll see, but I just wanted to talk about it as it's one of the games I've been looking forward to. And then for upcoming global gacha games, U/Brain Smoker, I was going through his list. There is not much happening for the month of December. Like I said, it could be, you know, stealth releases for Harry Potter, you know, maybe Outer Plane, Higan. Well, Higan's already getting like its CBT sort of, you know, Dolly Pride, Argent Twilight, Captor Clash. Any of these games could like possibly release, because you never know. Like the devs just do that because it's an empty month and it's prime time to just get some gaming on, because in the holidays, that's all we really do, in my opinion. And then let's talk about some fun stuff with the Bilibili Reservation Center. Look at this game right here, Otherworld. It is absolutely beautiful. Like, it's jaw-droppingly gorgeous. I think it reminds me of something like Epic 7. And if you played anything like the Bravely Default series, where you're saving turns in order to deal more attacks on certain parts, it reminds me of that as well. Overall, I think it's going to be really cool, something to look out for once maybe 2023 is out. No things on 2022. Next up is Crescent Walking Together. This is stylistically like beautiful. Like, it has so much pizzazz and sort of ambiance to it, where you're walking into the scene and you're like, wow, this feels like a cutscene, but it's actual gameplay. I think it looks really cool. I'm interested to see how it's going to be flowing and going as we get more gameplay of it, but so far it's looking really fantastic. Next up is going to be Codename Realm, just a bunch of cutscenes with this one. I only am interested because the trailer looks so good, but at bated breath whether it's going to be something amazing. I think it's just something to check out until we get more news on the gameplay. And then we have Fog Sequence. This probably has to be the highlight or my favorite one, because I get a lot of Arknights vibes with it, but it has, you know, like something about it that's oozing phenomenal like graphical style and just a little bit different gameplay, because we had Path to Nowhere, which I believe is going to win like the Game of the Year hearts for, you know, the official gacha game players. But I feel like this is what I would have wanted for Arknights to do a little bit of a step above. Now, the only thing is the graphical style on the in-game stuff is still chibi, which I know is going to annoy a couple people because Path to Nowhere is non-chibi. You know, it's more human, realistic point of views. But at the end of the day, I think there's something to be said for Mist Sequence right here, just because it's a little bit different. It has that Arknights feel, post-apocalyptic, and just oozing with like that new style that I would want from like these top-down sort of tower defense tactical RPG style games. And then finally, we have the best games of 2022 by Google Plays. Now, if you guys want my opinion on this, I don't think this is going to be the best list out there, but hey, there are some winners on here. The best game is going to be Apex Legends. It won like almost every single category, whether that's going to be like, hey, the game of the year sort of thing, kind of makes sense. Best multiplayer goes to Dislight. I think Dislight definitely deserves its flowers. Best pick up and play, Angry Birds Journey. I find that kind of interesting, but it makes sense a lot of times. Dicey Dungeons for the best indie. That's really cool. Best story. Papers, Please. That is an amazing game. Definitely play it on PC if you can. And best ongoing, Genshin Impact, of course. Now, when it comes down to this list, do I agree with it? It makes sense. Oh, best on Play Pass, Very Little Dungeons. Best for tablets. Oh, Tower of Fantasy. Because we got to get Tower of Fantasy in there. Best for Chromebooks. Roblox. Like, what in the world? This list is like just a bunch of random stuff at the end of the day. We'll do like my personal opinions on like the best games on Gacha and mobile for 2022. If you want some hints towards it, we've already talked about it within the videos. I'll put it that way, as definitely one of the best ones. But yeah, that is going to be the month of December. Let me know if there's going to be a stealth release that you're looking forward to. I think this is going to be a surprise, just like the way November was a surprise. Just like the way Path to Nowhere has been an enormous like surprise, and also Neural Cloud has been absolutely killing it. I think it has the most in-depth and crazy gameplay that we can get for the month of November. Like, it absolutely melts my brain, like the amount of tactical things that you can do in that game. But anyways, if you made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram if you want to see workouts. And I'm going to be going to Thailand, so this is going to be my last video, like officially recording while I'm in the US of A's. The rest of the stuff is going to be all over the place, or maybe I don't release any more videos until I come back. I'm gone from December 4th to December 16th, which is on a Friday. So maybe Saturday I will release a video. Just know I'm going to be gone. So if this is the last video, you know, it's been real. Thanks everyone. I'm going on vacation. Hopefully I survive Thailand. Once we have 40k subs, we're doing a giveaway. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day, and see you guys in the next one.